you began like music when you were like 15 or maybe before, but like as a teen. Was it like maybe because your mom passed away that you really wanted to do like music?
Yes, I mean, like I was like kind of having like, I mean, music was important to me, like many, kids, I guess, but I definitely was not thinking it was an actual like pursuit that I was gonna like, like a job, like it was definitely drilled into my head that was like that would be ridiculous notion, but I don't know, I just like, my mother passing kind of made me go like life is short. She was very young, and I didn't want to be in school for like, any longer than high school, and
You stopped at high school?
So like it was like, what's the point? Like if you're already not into school, you think you're going to be more into like, med school and then a residency and then,
And it's so expensive in the US anyway, school, so.
Yeah, like, I mean, and it's this whole thing, it's like, but it's guaranteed. I mean, is anything really guaranteed, first of all? There's a lot of shitty doctors out there, I'm sure, I think everybody thinks that there's just like, that like doctors are just like, if you're a doctor, you're a great doctor. I'll tell you what, if you have a bunch of doctors in a room, you don't know who's the best doctor. But if you have a bunch of singers in a room, you probably know who the best singer is, or at least the one that like, made it, But I don't know, I just think that it doesn't like, you have to like try, at least in my opinion, to do something that you are passionate about, and not everybody gets to, but if you can try to figure it out, then it can be great.
So is music maybe like kind of a medicine for you?
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's just like, I think it was just something that like I felt like I could have the most exciting or extraordinary life with it. I remember having that thought. I swear, I feel like it was at like a kind of like a mid-level business hotel driveway that I was like pulling into, and I swear, I don't know, I had this thought. I was like, wow, like if I can do this, it's probably going to be the best thing. Like it's going to be the craziest, and also I think the most the best monetary payoff, because I like it, I love it, but I was like, but it's gonna be really hard, and you're gonna have like a lot of obstacles, and it was, and I did. Ta-da!
So who is LP? Who is Laura? What's the difference, maybe?
Laura is a name that my mom named me, and and it's great. I don't really understand the whole concept of like keeping a name that maybe doesn't suit you.
Oh, you don't like it that much?
I just thought that I didn't grow up hating it. It's just like LP happened, and then I was like, oh, I like that. It felt like once a psychic said to me, they said, well, when you say your full name, I get this image of a river, and every time you say LP, I get this lightning bolt. And it's like, you see, that's what I'm talking about. I want a lightning bolt, of a name, and it was just like, I think that like, I'm never going to have a child, but if I did have a child, I don't know what age, but maybe like at like 15, I'd be like, do you like your name? Is it good for you? Does it feel like you? What do you think? What do you want to be called? And then because, your parents, like, God bless them, but they pick a name for you, and sometimes it could really shape you, but they pick a name for you and they don't even know you yet. So I think, when you get a name, if a name resonates with you, then that's your name,
P is really, I mean, you like it.
Yeah, like even like, my, romantic people call me LP. In the early days, it was like, they were like, no. I was like, yes.
That's also your nickname? Or you don't have other nicknames or?
Not that I know of. People probably call me shit behind my back, but okay.
You've wrote a lot of songs, Backstreet Boys, Rihanna, etc. Mm-hmm. Do you still have time now to write songs for other people, or?
I mean, yeah, I have time, but do I want to? No, I'm just kidding. I just keep writing songs. I don't like, and if I get a chance to, I specifically write for someone. I do. It's nice. It's a nice kind of like vacation from my own things and writing things about me, and also my own style. But mostly recently, I've been writing songs, and people pick songs out of my catalog.
Oh, okay. Like you wrote for Million Farmer, you did a track together. How did you? What did you like about her music, or?
Just it's cool, Like she's like, she's like eclectic and worldly and everything, And I love her voice, and she's just very intelligent, and so I just like, sounded like all good things to me, and I thought it'd be a nice collaboration. It was.
It was.
Yeah, she's amazing.
So now your sixth album just so it's going to be released in December. Churches, 15 tracks. It's about love again, loneliness, and so on. What do you like so much about this new album?
I have to say, I feel like these songs belong together. They feel like every time we release a single, I kind of feel like. Well, that's very exciting, but I can't wait for people to hear the record as a whole, because I feel like it fits, very well. It's like a little, community in there, and there's a lot. I think they like all covered different spots, like some of my closest friends are like, well, yeah, I know, now I can tell that like that was your life for the last couple of years, because they, kind of saw and heard the whole play-by-play, so they're like, it was a pretty accurate depiction of like what it seems like you went through, and I think it is, and I think it has some new themes, and some like, for me, I want to keep growing as an artist, obviously, but I don't know if I'm one of those people that's gonna like run off in an entirely different direction every record. That's not really my vibe, It's just like I kind of want to keep the people I have and kind of maybe make a few new fans on the way.
Not Madonna, like she changes every album.
Yeah, like some people do that and they do it amazingly and it's a great thing. I think I'm kind of like a snowball of an artist. I want to just keep like, come here, just get like. Yeah.
What's your inspiration?
My inspiration? Yes. I mean, people, everything people oriented. Obviously my love affairs are a big thing. I mean that's the one of the biggest mirrors that you kind of like hold up to yourself, and and many times you don't like what you see. Sometimes some of it you do, and but it's good to pay attention to the good things, but it's also good to pay attention to the bad things, and maybe you don't get to like move forward with that person to like get rid of those bad things, but maybe they kind of like wiggle them up, where you can see them, and then you're like, oh shit, now I'm gonna have to deal with that. Okay, like I don't know. I mean, I don't have any answers. I'm just trying to have a good time.
Can you say maybe that you're a perfectionist?
I'm a perfectionist? Yeah. I thought you said can you say you're perfect for a second? I'm like,
perfect. Your voice is perfect.
I'm perfect. But yeah.
What's your imperfection?
I'm perfect in my imperfection. Yeah. All I have to say is Jesus.
So I've seen you on stage Monday. It was just amazing. I mean, in 3 seconds, the audience is all on fire. I've seen it in my... Really?
Gasoline, flame.
And that's very unique because I saw it with Michael Jackson.
Oh.
And with you. And so, and you picked just...
I'm just savoring that for a second. But, I mean, it's wild, I mean, I try to hit the stage, like, and even like opening up with the one that you love that I've been doing lately. It's like that song. It's kind of like that does not seem like the first song you start out with. It's a little bit. It's kind of hilarious. So I have to be fairly warmed up to like run out there and sing a song like that right off the bat. But it feels right. I mean it feels crazy.
The audience is all on fire and everybody's like singing with you, and I wasn't expect that you begin with the song, but I'm like, wow.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. It's kind of the new Lost on You, no?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It's just amazing.
I'll never know what the hell, a lot of us will never know what would happen if there wasn't a pandemic, but, like, I feel like if I was able to, like, perform that song live all over the world, like, you know, from when it was released as a single. I don't, you know, who knows, but, you know, I think it's gonna be interesting to see what some like records do that are released like in and around these times, you know.
And there is like a lot of energy. How do you manage to sing like every day, like songs like? I mean, it's. I mean, you go very high, and it's very difficult songs. And I'm like, wow, the voice. I mean.
Thank you. You know, I do a lot of warming up scales, and I have to be like ready. And I mean, you know, you have to have, I guess, decent technique. I mean, you do. And yeah, it's difficult.
Just like wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
There's no end. You go higher and higher and higher, and then like wow.
Oh, then it's just like, is their head gonna pop off? Or head's gonna pop off? Yeah. I don't know. You know, I had some good training, and I kind of work at it. Even during the pandemic, I was working with my guy Rob Stevenson is his name, and he was a new teacher for me that I started kind of working with before the pandemic, and because I was having, you know, I was having trouble with my voice just from acid reflux. I have that, you know, annoying thing that happens. But I felt like as crowds got bigger, I was like, because of the way I sing and because of the way I like to connect, I felt like I was like trying to like, you know, like kind of throw my voice too far. And it's like my golf swing got off, you know. It's like you could be like Tiger Woods, but if you like one thing gets off, it like throws everything off. And so he gave me my my swing back, and I decided to you know, I just trained with him every week for the whole pandemic, you know, because I was like, I'm gonna write this really hard record to sing, and then I'm gonna get out there and be like, you know. So I was like, I better stay in shape so I don't like, you know, fuck my shit up.
And you had like some mic issue like Monday. You changed like 6 times the mic.
Oh yeah. I keep like, you know, I don't know. I think it would happen when I was like clapping with the mic. You know,
so
that poor microphone.
Yeah. So is it annoying or funny, or when I guess you had a lot of technical problems?
I guess it would be like distracting. I mean, I think I was more pissed at myself for like messing up the end of Goodbye at the end of the set. I was just like, it's just so fast. It's like, and I was like, I just like lost it, and then I was like, but. Yeah, I mean, shit happens, man. You gotta be ready for anything on stage, you know? I mean, one time, I forget where we were, but I was like, the whole PA went out. Oh. Everything went out. So me and my guitar player just like played at the front of the stage. Yeah. I mean, it was like maybe 3 or 4 songs, you know?
Still.
But, yeah. Like,
that's a lot.
Yeah, you know, you gotta roll with the punches, man. It's like life.
So you whistle like just amazingly.
Thanks. I would have really come away from this interview with a big head. I don't know if I could get my head out of the...
How, do you have maybe an advice? How do you train to whistle like same like singing? Because you do...
Nah. It's like, I mean, I think it's just like, I don't sing in like stores and stuff, but I do whistle all the time.
Like the whole day?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it depends. Like you could ask someone, oh yeah, it's annoying as hell. You know, I don't know, but like I just always whistle, and then really, I'll be honest with you, I think whistling on stage was the thing that made me really good at it, because you just get strong. Like I think a lot of people whistle, but I think I've gotten really strong. It's almost like I project my whistle, or like
because it's hard. I mean, you know, I mean, if anyone was playing, you know, how do you do?
That's right.
How you put like your lips?
You just have to, you know, you have to have a strong mouth. I mean, and this, I got a lot of mouth talents. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I mean, you know, let's keep it above board, shall we?
Can you? It seems so easy.
Does it? Yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing. That's the whole thing. You got to make it look easy.
And you said you have a lot of mouth skills. Can you do like beatbox also? Is something you can do?
No, that's one thing I don't have. I mean, that's like, you know, Justin Timberlake and many other people. They can do that.
So is your life also rock and roll, or?
Is my life so rock and roll? You know, I gotta say, it probably is like a bit. You know, I mean, I can't really do anything on tour, but when I'm not on tour, it's sufficiently rock and roll. It's not a PG affair for sure.
So do you still have like a healthy life, or?
Healthy life? Yeah, sure. I mean, I try to keep it balanced, but it's definitely not for the faint at heart.
So you do train also sport like
Yeah, I do yoga every day. And I
healthy or you
I do yoga every day. I eat healthy, and then I do a bunch of other things.
Do you have other skills besides music and singing?
Other skills besides music and singing? No, not really, because I dedicated my life to. I'm actually starting to play golf a little bit. That's fun. Yeah, I like all sports. I don't do all sports because I don't really want to hurt myself. Like I don't want to waste any time. Performing because I had to go skiing. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I skied enough in my life. I'm good. Shit like that. It's just like I prefer sports that involve bottles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Maybe do you want to say something for your French fans?
I don't really. I'll pass. I just want to say thank you. I love it here, and you guys are so cool. And I feel, I don't know what could be cooler than being doing well in France. It's just so cool. It makes you feel like, I feel like if anyone said hey, there's one country that you could be known in or do well in, I'd be like, France for sure. It's like my heroes like Jeff Buckley, like Jimi Hendrix, people like that. They I remember always hearing that they kind of were big in France, or played the places that I'm playing now, and it's cool. I'm very honored. So merci beaucoup, and au revoir. I'll see you next time in March at South.
Yeah, because you're touring everywhere. And
yeah, I'll be back in the normal stuff. This was just a kind of a little appetite wetter.
Anyway, it was amazing. Thank you for the show, Monday.
Yeah, thanks for the interview too. Great questions. So many compliments. I'm gonna go sit.
Could have one last time with you. I imagine all the things we would do.
Thank you very much, Sarah. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you, guys.